Hello everybody, I'm back again. Been gone for about a month or so. If you watched my last video, you know I was doing some storyboards for a movie. Probably won't tell you about that yet because I don't have permission to talk about it yet, but I got paid. Small local movie. Filming is going to be taking place in Edmonton, Westlock, Barhead area, so when I have permission to more talk about that, I'll let you guys know, but it was a fun little job. Got the storyboards done and got some money for it, so good stuff. So today what I'm going to do, try to do an easy video, and this was by request of, I think it was True Believer 77. Show you my Spiderman 300, probably in about a, I don't know, 7 to 8 condition. Yeah, so here it is. Also, thanks for everybody who has subscribed in the last month while I've been gone. Thank you guys. Yeah. So this was 300, the first full appearance of Venom. Art by Todd McFarlane from 1988. So here you go. It's continuing from the 298, 299, where there was the first appearances of Venom and came and scared Mary Jane. And Spider-Man's wearing a black suited costume, comes back, finds his wife's all freaked out. They talk about a bit. It says how he grew a mouth and that it couldn't be human. So Peter's kind of thinking it's got to be the alien costume. There's Eddie Brock going back to his apartment, weightlifting. So here it is, here he talks about, just gives you some backstory about where he got it from the Secret Wars, and how Reed Richards figured out that it was an alien costume, what it was doing to him, and just what what it was doing to him and how he got rid of it. Yeah, so right there. So what do we got here? Yeah, a little more backstory again, talking about how got rid of it, tried to come back, bond with it completely, and here's at the bell tower where he got rid of it, which happened in Web of Spider-Man #1. Could show you guys that later. So anyways, they go to a hotel, because she's a little freaked out, and then pull some strings. She's able to get a apartment in, was it Manhattan, I think it is, or something like that. And this was after they're married, of course. So he goes back to the old apartment, wearing the black suit, picks up the sonic gun from the Fantastic Four on his way back there. And then he's going out. He went to go get his camera. They wanted to take pictures of the new apartment. And here he is. He's sensing that he's being followed, ducks into an alley. Brock's following him. He takes off. They go back to the Bedford Towers condominium. So this is where their new place is. Huge. It's like a palace, he says. So that's what happens there. Guy's taking some pictures of his wife, the new place. He's all down about himself. Oh, here they are, visiting Aunt May. Just some family stuff. Not all that important to it. And here's some more story about Eddie Brock. Here he is at the bell tower. He broke in. He's saying, this is where I'm going to try to end Spider-Man's life. Rookie cop comes in, says, hey, I'm finding the perp who has been breaking into churches lately, and tries to arrest him. Brock can't have that. Suffocates him, kills him, saying that he had to do it because nothing's going to stop his revenge. And so here we are, friends and family, moving them into the new place. Then he spots Venom going by. He's not at his old place, so he's swinging around, using himself as bait. Spider-Man sees him, follows him, goes to his old place. They start having a fight. here his spider sense doesn't tingle, venom doesn't do it, so he figures out that, yeah, well, it was the alien costume never set off his senses, and that it must be bonded to Brock, so that's why Brock's not setting off the alarms. So here he talks all about what happened to him, about the Sin Eater, how it's all Peter Parker's fault and Spider-Man's fault, that, you know, he's out of a job and what he had to do. And then eventually, you know, he got weightlifting. He started weightlifting. They say it's supposed to soothe the soul and all that kind of stuff, and that it'd calm him down. But all he could ever think of about was wringing out Spider-Man's neck. Here, eventually, you know, he thought it was just too much. Couldn't bear it. He was going from church to church. He was raised Catholic because he was going to kill himself, so he was going from church to church to ask for forgiveness, and he was going to end his life. But that happened to be the same church in Web of Spider-Man #1 where the symbiote dropped down and bonded with Eddie. So that's what happens there. So they continue their fight. There you go. Pretty good fight. And then eventually whaps him with the sonic gun. That's where he's saying he pulls apart but doesn't completely come apart because he was bonded. So he's figuring about him, talking about to himself more about it. Eventually he gets him, knocks him out. Eddie Brock puts him in the bell tower. Ghost takes him there, webs them all up in there, and he says, well, you almost killed me with these bells. My other with the bells, so now I'm going to kill you with it. Webs him in there. He goes away for a little while, so he'll come back when you're all squished. Comes back. Spider-Man was escaped. Figured out that he's using his webbing, and it's part of the costume, so his plan is to just here dodge him, cut his webs, make him start using his webs so much that it depletes the costume. It does so much, eventually he falls down to the ground. Knocked unconscious, he calls Fantastic Four, and there's Ben Grimm. They got him in a holding cell until they can transfer him to a prison, which, you know, he eventually escapes. But that's what happens. And here, back with Mary Jane, talking to her, she's a little grumpy at him and says, you know, like, I just can't stand this costume anymore ever since what happened to me, you know, being attacked by Venom. So he says, gets rid of it, tosses it, burns it, and there you go. Comes back the old Spider-Man red and blue. So that's my Spider-Man number 300 for you. Hope you guys like that. I could probably show more eventually. Probably maybe the Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man #1 eventually. That was a pretty good one. So if you guys have any more requests, want to see more of my collection, just give me a shout, leave comments, and yeah, I'll be starting at least videos twice a month, show some new stuff and new releases and some stuff I perhaps got on eBay. So thanks again. Leave comments, subscribe. Check you guys later.